How's it going, everybody? I'm the BTC Reaper. My goal on this channel is to teach you how to reap the rewards of trading with the prices going up or down. Hotbit Shutter's crypto exchange urges users to withdraw funds. Hotbit has halted operations, citing a litany of issues and suggesting that centralized exchanges are unlikely to be viable long-term. In a statement posted to the company's website, Hotbit said its operations would cease in the early hours of May 22nd and asked users to withdraw their remaining assets by June 21st at 4 a.m. UTC. So if you have any assets in there, I would highly recommend you getting off. They say they're still going to help with fighting for a brighter future, but they're just not going to be a part of being an exchange. Malaysia's Securities Commission orders crypto exchange Huobi to halt operations. Malaysia's leading securities regulations, the Securities Commission, announced that it has ordered China-based crypto exchange Huobi to shutter operations in the country. It appears that Huobi has fallen afoul of Malaysian regulators for operating with digital assets without registration. They are running a crypto exchange without a recognized market operator license, and this is an offense under the Capital Markets and Services Act of 2007, and they are being forced. Lee is the founder, and he is being forced to oversee the process of winding down operations, ceasing communications with Malaysian investors, disabling the website, and withdrawing the app from app stores. So they're being forced off of everywhere because they have no right to even be taking people's money because they're not registered. Tokenized securities on Ethereum, Polygon, Genesis hit 225 million market cap. The Dune dashboard shows that the niche now boasts a market capitalization of more than 220 million across 6 projects measured. Tokenization refers to issuing financial securities like stocks, bonds, and bonds on the blockchain, and there's also like ETFs. You can see here it mentions some ETFs. Franklin Templeton, as an example, has tapped onto Polygon to host tokenized versions of their NASDAQ-listed on-chain U.S. government money fund, FOBXX. So they're trying to launch one of their money funds on a Polygon network. The collection of firms in the niche has issued tokens securities on Ethereum, Polygon, and Genesis. So the majority of the activity, though, is occurring on Ethereum. You can kind of see the chart here. We have a few different things going on. I'm not sure which ones are which, but if you want to research, these are what we have. I'm not too worried about tokenized versions of stocks. If I wanted to trade stocks, I'd probably just buy the stock outright on Thinkorswim. So our Bitcoin dominance is kind of making a triangle here. So we're kind of wedging out. We may have a bearish break. If we had a bullish break, that could take us higher to a decent amount. If we had a bearish break, it'd take us about the same right down. Well, not the same right down. We have a bull pendant up, if he'll let me grab. And we'd just have a symmetrical triangle down. A symmetrical triangle, you get about half of the move. So there would be our triangle for here. So we could have a pretty significant move up, and we could see Bitcoin dominance shoot up. But if we start to fall short, we will see a pretty decent flush down. Our stochastic is trying to run up. RSI is kind of curling away. Money flow is getting close to the neutral. VWAP's very weak. Our momentum does want to go up with a green dot though, so our momentum is trying to say we'll get a bounce, but it could just be a bounce off this pattern, and we could see a breakdown if we hit the higher support or resistance area. Over on our total, we're kind of just falling away from that kind of wedge we had. Stochastic's falling, our RSI is pointing up, money flow's slightly starting to fall, VWAP's starting to fall. Momentum has a red dot and is falling, so we're not looking too strong here. However, this indecision candle could help form a bottom. Over on Bitcoin, we're kind of within our flag. We got a little fake break out of it and managed to come back in. We tried to go back in our golden pocket, but we got broken out of that as well. We have a red dot on our momentum that could confirm Stochastic's trying to run up. RSI is pretty flat. Money flows rejecting, and our VWAP is starting to try and reject bearish, so we'll have to see what happens, but overall we're leaning slightly more bearish than bullish. Over on the 4 hour, our stochastic's getting real tight. We could get a bearish cross soon. Our VWAP's getting lower highs, money flows rejecting to the bearish side. Our momentum looks like we could start to curl away if we don't get some green candles soon. Over on the 4 hour, our stochastic's falling, RSI is falling, money flows breaking bearish. VWAP is getting close to breaking bearish, and our momentum's starting to roll over. So the 2 hour, we're not looking too strong here either. Finally, on the 1 hour, we did have a green dot, but it didn't really take us anywhere, so that's a signal why they're not always a sign that you're just going to blast right off. Stochastic's falling, we have a bearish cross, RSI is falling, momentum's falling with a red dot, our VWAP's rejecting strongly, and our money flow is falling in the bearish territory a little more strongly than our other time frames. If this continues, then our other time frames will start to drag down as well. Over on futures, we don't have anything exciting here. We filled that gap finally. We filled this gap as well, so we filled 2 of our gaps. We don't have any more local gaps here, but we do still have that bigger gap back here. Over on graph, if we look at the daily, we are kind of trying to pump, kind of getting that indecision doji candle. Excuse me for a second. Stochastic's starting to fall. RSI is pretty flat. Money flow's rejecting out. Momentum's rejecting out with a red dot that confirmed. And our VWAP's rejecting away as well. Over on the 4 hour, we're getting close to having a bearish cross here on our stochastic. RSI is starting to curl down. VWAP's curling down. Money flow's rejecting pretty strongly. And our momentum could start a strong rejection as well. We did have somewhat of a descending triangle here, and this could be a break with a retest if you can kind of visually see it. Over on the 2 hours, stochastic's starting to fall, RSI is starting to fall, our momentum's starting to fall with a red dot, VWAP's starting to break bearish, and our money flow is starting to fall pretty rapidly. It did try to come up, but we got slammed back down. So we're not looking too strong here on the 2 hour. Over on the 1 hour, our VWAP's rejecting away, momentum's rejecting away, close to kind of trying to curl here, so watch if it does curl. Our stochastic's falling, RSI's falling, and our money flow is falling away from the neutral line after attempting to get close and breaking through. So overall, we have more bearish leaning momentum, but we are trying to get some bullish momentum. If we get slammed away from here on everything, then it's likely we'll see some further downside. Over on Anchor, we're kind of rejecting away here. Go to the daily. Our stochastic's starting to fall, RSI is pretty flat, VWAP's falling, our money flow is curling away, momentum's curling away, so overall we're bearish leaning. We have a little bit of a dragonfly candle, so a little bit of an indecision candle. We'll have to see if this can be a bottom candle and if we can shoot up or not. Our stochastic's getting lower highs, so we are looking like we could start to fall. Money flow's rejecting out pretty hard. Our RSI is falling, VWAP's falling. Momentum's starting to curl out, so we're not looking too strong here on the 4 hour. Over on the 2 hour, our RSI is falling. Money flow's rejecting away from the neutral. Momentum is starting to curl away. Our VWAP's rejecting away and about to break neutral. And our RSI is pointing down, so overall we're a little more bearish leaning here on the 2 hour. Over on the 1 hour, stochastic's falling pretty strongly. Our RSI is pointing down, momentum has a red dot that confirmed, VWAP's rejecting strongly, and our momentum tried to come back up, but overall keeps coming back down. We'll have to see if it forms a new bottom or if it just sidesteps its way up and tries to test the neutral zone or not. Over on XRP, we retested the support level of our flag. Our momentum's starting to kind of curl, stochastic's starting to fall, RSI is trying to come up, money flow's overall bearish, and our VWAP is trying to ride that neutral zone and come back up, so we'll have to see if it gets some momentum. Over on the 4 hour, our VWAP did break bullish. Momentum has a green dot, so those are good signs for us. Our stochastic's kind of flat though. Our RSI is pointing up, so if the stochastic can get some momentum here, that'll be good for us. But if it starts to curl here, then we're going to give the strength to the bears. So it's like right in that neutral zone. Over on the 2 hour, stochastic's ramping up pretty strongly. RSI is trying to do the same. VWAP's following up. Our momentum's trying to curl up. Our money flow is in the bullish territory. We did get a little bit of a dip into the bearish territory, but we did come back up. We'll want to see a little bit more strength, but we are bullish. So the 1 hour we are bearish though, so watch out if that leeches into the 2 hour. Stochastic's starting to curl, so that's not too good. RSI looks like it could start to curl. Momentum's trying to run up, but if everything else starts to curl out, the momentum's about to do the same. Our VWAP's gone pretty flat, and our money flow is flat under the neutral zone in the bearish territory, so we're not looking too strong here on the 1 hour right now. Finally on algo, we have a little bit of a dragonfly here as well. Stochastic's falling, looks like it wants to curl. RSI has a green dot that could confirm and try and bring this up. Our VWAP overall is still losing. Our money flow is still coming out. Momentum's still falling. So overall, we're not too strong looking on the daily. On the 4 hour, stochastic's trying to push up. RSI is trying to push up. Our VWAP is starting to fall. Money flow is starting to reject away. Our momentum is starting to kind of curl, so if that momentum starts to curl away with this money flow falling and the stochastic bearish cross, we could start to fall away here. Over on the 2 hour, our stochastic looks like it's about to fall. RSI is pointing down. VWAP tested neutral and went bullish, but we could start to flop over. Our money flow is trying to come up higher, but it overall is managing not to get above this like 9 level. Our momentum wants to come up. We are pretty close to that neutral, but if we start to reject away, we could see some further downside. Over on the 1 hour, we're getting lower highs on momentum, even though price is pretty flat, so that's not good for us. That's a bearish divergence. Stochastic's about to get a bearish cross. RSI is pulling down. Money flow is rejecting away from the neutral, and the VWAP's about to break bearish. So overall, I'd say the 1 hour looks like we could get some more downside if we don't get some surprise momentum here. Thank you for watching tonight's video. I hope you have a wonderful night.